So we got Coach Gauson here ahead of the biggest regular season meet of the year in the country, the Nutty Comb Invitational. New Mexico men are number 3, women are number 5 heading into this. There's a total of 36 ranked teams competing, 6 top 10 men's teams, 6 top 10 women's teams in Wisconsin, where Nationals was last year. So the Lobos will still be without Pamela. She will not be competing on Friday, but Hoptum Samuel will make his season debut at Nutty Comb. So this is the best point getting for NC2A at large berth opportunity for the entire regular season, and it's their final regular season race before Mountain West Championships in 2 weeks. So biggest one yet. So we'll start with DG's kind of opening statement, and then you guys are free to fire away.
Yeah, excited to go to Nutty Comb. Also a great race. Nationals was there last year. Obviously good memories with two great team finishes, 7th and 9th, but this is also a big one. I mean, NC State women will be there, Iowa State men. Like Connor said, 6, 7 of the best teams in the country, a lot of nationally ranked teams. So really gives us a good opportunity to see where we match up against national level competition. Then we go into the conference championship, regionals, and then nationals are in Gans Creek in Missouri. But excited to get Hoptum Samuel back out there competing for the Lobos, like Connor said. No Pamela Koskei coming off World Championships. Just in her training, we wanted to give her a little bit more time. We did think about maybe holding her out at regionals or conference or something like that, but decided just she'll travel with the group, but she's not going to compete at Wisconsin this weekend. She's in really good shape. We just wanted to wait a little bit longer until we give her that competitive opportunity. But Marion's running really well. Nicola, the rest of the group looks really good. Judy Rono, who's an individual national qualifier, will compete this weekend for us in the A race. And like I said, Hopton will get out there. So didn't have him in Nutty Comb, and we were just, 3 points short of Oklahoma State. So with him in the lineup, it'll give us a really good test against national level competition before, conference, regionals. It's more about qualifying and then just being really prepared. Like I said at my first press conference this year, it's about being ready to go to the national championship, being ready to go, November 22nd, I think it is, and we're really focused on that. But yeah, super excited. Leave tomorrow and compete Friday morning, early afternoon.
I know you just touched on it, but with the fact that this program is always going to have, aspirations of a national championship, everything like that, when you're going into a meet like this that you've had success in the past, the course kind of favors your running style, all that stuff, how much are you looking at this specific meet before, as a measuring stick for your capability at nationals? Yeah,
no, great question. I mean, Big 12, you've got a lot of national teams there in the top 5, top 10 in the country. Same with Big 10s. Whereas for us, our conference is great, but it's not like Iowa State compete against Oklahoma State and BYU. So at conference, it's a good indication of how you're going to do at nationals. Whereas for us, this is like the bigger meet to really, we want to put our guys and our women in pressure situations this weekend to see how they react to November 22nd at national championship. If they can, are you going to get out too quick? Are you going to get out too slow? Are you going to be able to navigate when there's 16 to 20 nationally ranked teams? This allows us to see how they do, how they prepare, how they compete, and then we can make adjustments more off this than what you can at conference and regionals for us. So this is a big one where, we can make adjustments and be ready to go at nationals.
Can you just kind of elaborate on some of those metrics that you're going to be looking for to evaluate big picture stuff?
No, we ran this course twice last year, so we can look at times, we can look at position of where some of the athletes finish. We can also look at head-to-heads of where some of our women finish compared to maybe some athletes from NC State, or where some of the men compared to Iowa State runners, or so on and so Colorado are in the meet as well. So I think we're looking at head-to-head times and then just how they move. Like last year, we loved it. Hobton, the goal was to move with a mile to go, 2K to go at Nuttycombe last year, and Hobton was able to put a little break on Graham Blanks, who eventually won the national championship. So that was a perfect setup for us. We didn't think he'd lose his shoe at nationals last year. So little things like that where we're going to probably experiment with a few things where we're going to tape some shoes this week. We're really trying to get into the habit of, okay, whatever we do the night before in terms of dinner, breakfast, we'll keep that going the rest of the season, because it really comes down to like one percentages or small details when you're trying to win a national championship or you're trying to be on the podium. So if we really take care of the little things, like we had Vincent Churchill was 11th at pre-nationals last year and then went and finished 160s at nationals, he had a stitch. So if we can really get good habits this weekend and then conference regionals, then it'll just help us execute the best of our ability at Gans Creek. The difference this year is Gans Creek's a lot flatter, a lot faster, whereas Nuttycombe's a little bit hillier. So we're trying to just train a little bit more on flatter surfaces and a little bit more speed this year than years gone by.
So how much of this weekend would you say is like a self-scout of yourselves versus like kind of measuring you up to the rest of the field?
I think you're right. I never thought about it like that, but probably it's a little bit more of like a self-scout for us because, we're not running Pamela Koskei, but if we finish second or third or fourth without her, slot her into the lineup, then we can see where our team's at. So, and it's actually kind of good not running her. It just puts our more emphasis on some other runners as well to see how they perform. But it's definitely a self-scout for us in terms of our preparation, our travel, our one percenters into this meet and the rest of the season.
Is there anything about this season that surprised you so far?
Oh, what surprised me so far? Probably the level of when anyone goes down with like a little injury, or Hobton feels his hamstring, or Pamela's a little tired, or sore coming off a world championship, you just stress a lot more in cross country because it's a team sport, 5 to score. Whereas in track and field, if we've got a couple of runners a little like tired or dinged up, it's not the end of the world. But in cross, you got to get 5 across the line. So if there's any kind of sickness, or that's the things that we worry about, is like if someone gets sick or flu or COVID or an injury we're a little bit deeper now. So those things happen. Like we can run Pamela and still go to this meet and realistically finish in the top 5. Whereas on years gone by, that would be really difficult for us. But we just stress injuries, illness, and making sure we're healthy and ready to go throughout the whole season.
And how imperative is Pamela to your team, especially with all her accolades, and that helps you in rankings?
Yeah, I think she's hugely important. I think, low stick. She's someone that can NCAA runner-up, NCAA champion in the 5K and the 10K, Bowerman finalist, world championship competitor in Tokyo. So we think about her, but we also it's good having her because you're thinking, well, we just need 4 more. Because really, I'm not saying, there's Doris at Alabama who won last year, Pamela. So you're really thinking she's going to put 1, 2, 3 points on the board. And then if we can score as low as possible with the other 4, we're going to be in pretty good shape. So having Hobton and Pamela with really low numbers, you're almost scoring 4 runners. So that's pretty nice.
I'm just curious, what does a cross-country meet day look like for yourself? Because track, you can, actually see them. You're on the track, giving them times and stuff like that. So are you, watching the broadcast? What do you do during the actual...
No, I'm, we've got great staff. We'll be running around all over the course, trying to hit the tangents. Obviously, Wisconsin, we know. So we're there giving them information. Last year, there's even teams holding up boards with, places. So we try and give it an idea of, where the team is, where we're placed. And then we'll tell them before, hey, we're looking for you to be 30th or 40th. So if they're in 160, they got to get going. But it's a little easier for a Hobton or Pamela. They're in those first couple of spots. But we're trying to run around the course and give them information when we're out there. But so it's a pretty tough workout for me and the staff as well as the athletes. Awesome. Thank you.